There we go. Attach winch to... Honestly, let's see if we can get it to that. And then... Nice! It makes all the difference when you know, you give it the old school try. You know, I mean... I mean, I support that would support this. I'm saying absolutely not. That would have snapped. This thing would have went down in the trenches, and there would have been a horrible screaming death ensuing. Please don't crumble. Please don't crumble. Now you see why I'm using a 3-slot trailer? You got inches, man. And I mean inches to get through this. It is insane. Ooh, look at that. How you do today? What are you doing? Well, I'm driving across the dam illegally. This is not meant for this. This is not a road, but I'm doing it anyway, you know? Now do you see why I'm using a 3-slot trailer? And then a nice leisurely stroll by a river, you know, pretty rock views. That's not good. There we go. Cruising on in. That rock just tried to shove me off of that cliff. Not cool, bro. We almost took a cliff tumble because of a boulder. That was not good. That was not good. There's one of them ones right there. It tries to kick your axle sideways as you're trying to cross. Like, no. See, that would collapse. There's no way that would hold this. There's just no way. There's no freaking way. Dude, that's like literally 75,000 pounds of fucking concrete powder, if not more. Maybe 125,000 pounds. That's a lot of weight right there. You're hauling ground up stone in bags, dude. That's like hauling 3 large boulders the size of a car. It's insane. And you're going across this rickety shit. You guys ready for Glitch Out Supreme? Look, it's a magical sign is stuck in my truck now. Ta-da! And now my truck's glitched into the ground. Okay, let's see if we can do this. I doubt it'll work. I think what's going to happen is it's going to take us to the main menu. We're going to load back in because it glitched my truck underground, like I said it would. And like I said, these are glitches I could show everybody all day long. It just keeps happening. But we're going to load back in. Let's hope that the sign has disappeared out of the truck and it's up out of the ground. Now, it should do that on a reload, but it hasn't been doing that. We're going to see and hope that it does because we need to go back down to grab the lumber. We got to grab those slabs to haul up here. We're almost done with the bridge. And that is what I want to do. You know, it's just one of those good ideas. That's not a good, that's not good. If it's showing that, we've got problems. Because it should have loaded right in the truck I was in. Oh, dude, no. Come on, man. Please let it fix the glitch. And get me out of the ground. The last time this happened, I lost all my trucks, all my chains. Yep, and I'm still glitched in the ground. See? Glitched underground. So, now I have to do this. I got to recover my truck. And I'll lose my chains. I just lost out on $750 that I already paid for going over to the map one time, and now I got to pay another fucking $750 to go back over and hook up to the trailer and continue where I left off. You see, I'm not doing that. This game can go fuck itself. This is how it keeps trying to do this shit to you. It does. It tries to milk you for cash out of glitches. And I'm not going to do it. I fucking refuse. I refuse to pay another $750. It's just not fucking happening. I already paid it. This truck should be over there, and I should be driving down that road, picking up that load. So it can kiss my ass if it thinks that I'm going to pay it again. You're fucking high. This game is high. I will not do it. Period. End of fucking story. Never happened. Now, I'm trying to remember if a medium plank is a 2 slot or a 3. And I'm being honest on that. I think it is a 2 slot. I think a medium is a 2 slot. But we're gonna drive this over there. This has got a crate, and we're gonna go get our load because we can't use that trailer now because our truck is completely, you know, janky. So we'll use this and probably the Zeeks, the Mastodon, to get the job done. Oopsies. I went on that just a little bit aggressive. Now that chinking noise you're hearing is the chains flapping. Yo, and you'll hear it again. It's going to be chain slap on the pavement. That's originally what that sound was for, and this is the only truck that does it. I've already got my truck there, but that's one medium plank. That's not 2. I can drive that truck up, but I don't know how to get it up here besides pure torture. I wonder. You know what? Let's go to that. Okay. Excuse me. I am very sorry about that. So we can go around and try to go up this way. And I think that's the better way to do it, because if we go this way, we got to go a long, look at this, long way around. Look at this, just to get back. You see what I'm saying? And we would have to go through the ice roads over here, hit the main drag, drive all, yeah, you see what I'm saying? It's not worth it, because we'd have to go all the way around here, and I'm not about to do that. We're just going to whip it around, go under the bridge, and go up at that sort, the short point. I mean, you're looking at this. There is no way up this way. Not this way, Not this way. You have to literally drive. You would have to drive all the way around. You'd have to go all the way through this. See, because there's no way to cross here. Or you'd hit this road and go this way. Come through here. Go through here. Drive all the way around through here. Up through here. Into here. Hit this road. Drive all the way around. Come through here. Then all the way back to finally get to here. Now, why would you do a giant fucking circle to drop a load off here when you could literally just back up, you know what I mean, and go about whoop, and then you're done. A little horseshoe. Little tiny horseshoe. Right there. That easy. That's what I'm saying. Now, you all can plan your trips how you wanna, you know, but me, being that this is already the same mission I've been playing for you all, you know, I'm quite positive you all don't want to see me go in a full circle for an hour plus trying to get through the map when it's going to take 25 minutes just to get from down here to up there. There is no way. There is no way. There is no frickin' way. I am glitched on something. You've got to be shitting me, dude. What is in there? Is it a tree? The magical you can't see me tree. Now you see why I like to use that one trailer that has the 6-inch lift, because the stock one, like I said, it just hangs up on everything. It's not bad. I'm just saying I like the other one because you can maintain your speed because it's got a little higher height in the back. See, this is a stock one that was just sitting there and is part of a contract. And I'm just trying to get it up out of here, you know what I mean? So I can use this one here. Because like I said, I have another one. It's no big deal. I'm just dropping that off. That's part of another mission. And it's not this one. Cool. I was hoping it would let me attach it like this so we could just turn it around and go. Nice. I love it when plans come together. I don't know. Do you think this little tugger will be able to go up it? The little tugger truck? You think the little tugger will do it? The little tugger that could? Let's see. I seem to have gotten myself in a thing. and it won't let me hook up to the other truck. Isn't that lame? I think I can get out of this, though. If I can move that Zeeks, I think I can get myself out of this without even the help of the Zeeks. I don't know what the heck is going on here. Is anybody as confused as I am at this exact moment? The trees literally glitched out, held it inside of the truck, and made me flip all the way down. You guys just missed a really cool thing. Because I'm just like, wow, what the hell just happened here? I mean, you can't make this shit up, for real. I'm not even joking. You just missed a really good moment in history where a tree phased through my truck and flung me down this mountain. Let's try this again without all the bullshit, shall we? See, and the tree's glitched out. Look, it's glitched out over here somehow. What the shit is going on? Okay, so what we're going to do is hook trailer. And I mean, we're going to do this to try to do it like the right way, but like I said, we're trying to climb up this hill, but this trailer doesn't have like the height. Now if we had the other trailer on, it would have, and we would have been able to drive right up this turd, but that's not how that's working out on this occasion because we're using the stock one. So we're going to put it in low range, going to get that thing going. Here we getting the RPMs up, our dip is locked in. And now we're going to hit that thing and then hit our winch at the same time. What the hell? I wasn't even connected, bro. You see what I'm saying? You heard me release the winch so I could drive up past it and get up to here. And somehow I'm still connected to it. Oi. It's kind of a blessing in disguise, but it ain't. And that's why, you see? This game is assed out today, and I just want to know why. Why is it acting as stupid as it is? There's no reason for it. There is absolutely no reason for me to keep having to deal with hitting shit 2-3 times. And if somebody brings up refresh shit or re-download it, I just fucking did 4 days ago and lost all my chains on my tires. Had to repay for a bunch of shit, and guess what? I still got the motherfucking glitches. But that's why I got this truck here. Just in case I do something dumb like this, having fun, doing a shortcut. But I'm telling you right now, even with me having to do what I'm doing right now, I still will be saving time from what I am if I would have went to try to do it the other way. Push them boulders out of the way. There we go. Groom that road. Get it clean. There we go. We got her out. Beauty. We're gonna swap this out for the other trailer. But I'm trying to get these trailers up out of here in case I have to use them again. I want to be able to have them somewhere easily accessible. And going all the way down in there to grab it is just not easily accessible to me. Perfect. Look at that. Isn't that nice? And that gives a little protection for that little, you know. They got the door there. See, they can still come in and out of their little house, but it gives them a little protection from the wind, too. And a little privacy right here with their picnic table there. See, I was thinking about my workers. Ain't I a gentleman? Look at that. Little privacy and protection from the wind. Yeah, buddy. And now we're going to get the good trailer. Yeah. All right. We do need a refuel. So, there we go. And we're going to refill that refueler. Because that's just the right thing to do. Because I'm starting with a new truck on it. So... There we go. Now, where is this timber? That is not the timber. I know that's not the timber. Because that is only one. So medium planks times 2 should be down here. That would make sense. But that trailer's only got one medium plank on it. And that's for a different mission. So we got to figure out where it is on the other map. Okay. Global map. Sawmill. Right here. So we have this bad boy right here. We're going to take this and go get it. Is it a great idea? No, but it's the only idea we have. Yes. Okay, which way do I want to go here? If I take main drag, we can get there, but we're going to be driving all the way around. Through here, back up, you know what I mean? We're going to be driving all the way around to come back. And if we go this way, it's going to not be easy either. It's going to be... We'll do it. We'll go through here. The driver can work through here. Got a little road that I make right here, right through here. Oh, I forgot. Dip lock is always on in this one. Awesome. I ain't got to keep shifting it. Nice. Pulling into a driveway on a lumber, you see what I mean? Its own driveway is destroying my truck. Like, right. Dude, I call shenanigans. I call shenanigans. Oh, you gotta be fucking shitting me. Oh, that's fucking cold-blooded. Yeah. We have no logging stations here. So how the fuck am I building these? Anybody? We have no logging stations. There is no logging stations. The only logging station is in the other map, and it's not active. So what the shit biscuit on a shit biscuit is going on here? Uh-oh. Well, at least we're here and ready to load up for this mission. We need to find out how to activate our logging station, which I thought was already activated because we brought everything to it that it wanted. So back over to the global map. Over to Lake. Oh, sorry. Over to Lake Riberi. I think, is that how you say it? Is it Riberi or is it Riberi? I would say Riberi. Let's see here. Yeah. Active logging station. We came in here. You have to drive all the way around, and here is a logging site. Right here is a logging site. Now, problem with that is it's not showing any active logging when I go in there. And I've already been in there. And there's no yellow things over here in order for it to activate. Now, I would hate to have to drive this truck that's here clear over here to show you the reality of the situation. But that's what I got to do. So the idea is to take this, fire it up. Once I cross this bridge, we'll cross over here. And then we're going to go left around this and then try to get in there to see if it's active, because we, started building the bridge. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. But I gave everything to activate this a while ago, and it never showed it activated when I was there. So maybe it is now because we're doing this contract and it needs it, but it's just not showing the lumber that you need. Because usually it would show you the lumber. So we're going to drive this truck over there. This is all part and parcel to a mission. I knew this mission was not going to be easy. It was a 3-part mission, and I knew it was going to take a very long time. This is one of those missions that no matter what vehicle you're using, if you're a solo, it's going to take 4 to 6 hours. A lot of driving, and I don't mind that. But the only problem that I do have is this truck's on E. So we need to go get a refill right around the corner here and then make that trip, because there's a fuel tanker there at the logging site to refill this. And this thing is not good on fuel. It just isn't. So I think I should take fuel out of that one, then that one. Perfect. And off I go. Now, the intention is to go across this bridge and see if we can go down the hill. If we can't, we're going to have to do just a little side tracking. It shouldn't be too bad, though. Now, I don't know if this is a road or not. I just assumed it was. And I'm going to try to take this way down. I could be completely wrong, but it looked like a road. And I don't see no tire tracks here, so it's kind of making me sweat a little bit here. I was trying to make it up that way, and it was saying I'm not going to make it up that way. So, okay, that we'll go this way. I think this is the way I was supposed to go anyway. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think we can go this way. And that'll shave a little time off. I mean, if we want, we could keep going this way. Let's try this way. I don't think I ever went this way. So we'll go this way. It might not be a smart idea, but you know what? I don't care. If I haven't been this way, let's try it out. Ugh. This does not look welcoming. I think I've been up this before, and it was a little bit of a nightmare. Yeah, I was using, I think, the Mercer, and it didn't want to climb that. But this has a longer wheelbase, where the Mercer's stubby. Is this the way I need to go? Yeah, it is. Okay. I just wanted to make sure before I, how the fuck is this supposed to be the road? Anybody? Anybody with me on how this is fucking supposed to be the road? There's no fucking way that's the road. There's no way this is the fucking road. Is it activated? It did get activated. Cool. Now oh, they have long planks here already. Well, that's kind of fucked up. How can you have long plank but not have some mediums here, man? That's kind of cold-blooded. Dude, that's like a slap in your fucking face, bro. The fuck, bro? Just kidding. Mediums. So we need 2 medium planks. It takes 1 to make, I'm thinking 1 medium log to take 2. So, this one takes a lot of damage. And I really don't trust it with a load of logs. I think it would be too top heavy and flip easy. But we do know now that that is here. So let's recover this and see what we can take. That would do it, but that's also top heavy. Man, what do, right? That would do it, but that's top heavy also. These two are top heavy, I know it. So to try and pull a log with these would be a very bad idea. We do have the Mercer back over here. Let's see if we can put a medium on this. Can we put a medium on this? And we're going to need a crane, if I remember correctly, either way. So let's see. Put that. There's a short log. No. This is only going to roll a short log. The only two trucks that I could see that might be able to pull this off, have a crane on the back, and the mediums, is the Mack and the 880 Kenworth. But I don't want to haul them all the way back if it's not going to let me do it, you know what I mean? Because you're just wasting fucking time. And that's not good. You don't want to waste time. Now, I could put the log loader there and possibly haul a logging trailer behind this on a pintle. Could do that. But that just seems like it's going to be too much work. And I mean it in a respectful way. Let's see what trailers they got. We're going to need a log trailer or a loader anyway, but I want to see... Oh! That's a short logging. Dude, I'd like to use that. But I think that one only does short logs. There's a medium logging. Man, that's got some height too. You know what? We're gonna use it. We're gonna use this. Heck yeah. I don't like that we got to use that, and I don't think we'll be able to manual load. But if we could... what should we use? You know what? We're gonna roll the dice. We're gonna roll the dice. Because we need this to haul trailers. I'm going to take another break. This mission is going forever, and I knew it would. Like I said, I knew this one would because it's a world map one. So you know it's not going to be easy, but we're getting close to done. We can get those logs. We got to drive way over there, which is probably going to take another 45 minutes, then another 25 minutes to get over to the logging station. And then another 25 minutes back with the trailer with the two that I needed in it. So I'm going to take a break and have a cigarette, and we'll be back. Okay, get my lighter, grab my lighter. Okay. Okay, I am back. How is my beverage? It's still got beveraging. Switch this to afternoon. I don't think this is going to be easy to drive across the ice. I'm hoping I'm wrong. Because this one has a swivel neck. If you look, see? The neck swivels. So backing up, once you're stuck, you're done. This might not have been the greatest idea. Now that I'm, you know, wrapping it around my cortex, I could just drive this right through, go through here, you know what I mean, and then do the ice road to there, because we want to get here. That's the easiest way, and we have a fuel supply on the way to go all the, now remember, and then we'll be on like this side of the map. We'll have to drive clear across around all the way over to this side of the map on the other map. Because if I go here, we'll start here, and then we'll have to go through some real toilet to go to here where the logging station is on the other map. So, you know, it's kind of like, what do you do? I say we do this one, and we just roll the dice. Let's roll the dice. Let's just roll the dice. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Let's just throw a jinx in there. This one's got a good center of gravity, but it's slow. But that's why I want to use this one, because if we try any other one, dude, the odds of rolling, and you see how those roads are. I am just not wanting to have to fetch a truck 4 times because it rolls. It's just not worth it to me. And this is a very sus area to drive through, too. You're just like, you know, it makes you sweat. And we're fucking twinksed. Come on. Whew. Very long mission. Very, very long mission. It's worth it though to get it done. This trailer is very heavy for some reason, and I don't get why. It's not a very big trailer. I mean, I haul a 5 slot easier, and this thing's shorter than a 5 slot. It should be like flying through here with this on it. But we got what we got, you know? I mean... Now you see why I wanted to use this little truck? You imagine trying to drive a Mack through here fully loaded with wood? It would roll over right here. It would roll over. It would not make it. There's no way. Even in low gear. I think we might go through there. Let's hope we don't have to have a crane to load. I didn't see anything about needing a crane in the contract, or it would tell you. It'd tell you you need a crane at the log station. Could you imagine driving through this shit in real life? That'd be insane. You break your fucking spine, dude. I do like it put that guard on there when you put logs on. That is actually kind of cool. Now, we get the adventure of driving through the frozen lake region right here. Or we're going to do what I want to do, and we're going to see about going through here. I'm going to try to go through here, because this is just stupid. There we go. That's still a lot faster than what it would have been going that way. I can tell you that with 100% certainty. This is where we're gonna have a problem, because you see how short the wheelbase is on this? It makes it harder for climbing when it comes to stuff like that. Got a lot of load, but you see, that's why I wanted that trailer, because it's got some good independent suspension on it. Okay, let's make a decision right here. If we go up and around this way, but that would take, the harbor would take us way back over to the map here, and we could come out, and we would come out on the ice road. And we don't want that. I believe this one takes you here. Yeah, this is where we would come out. And I don't want that. I want to come out either here, where we can cross. Now, when did pontoon crossing come in? Because I've been driving past that so many times, and that never was there. Never was there the whole time I've been playing this game. And I mean, I literally built this bridge. I was down in here, and I turned around. I came here and turned around at this and came back through, and nothing was ever here. So now it just magically pops up. You see my point here? It just makes you shake your head and go, what the fuck is going on with this game? I want to come out here so we can just drive our bridge and go right there. So I'm trying to remember. I believe that that one is... This is a gateway to get to the, darn it, the port. So this is the one that I want to take. This one will take me out where I want to go to get to that bridge run that'll get me closer. So I'm loaded here. And if I drive this... That is a long... I mean, look at that. Look at how long that drive is. It is insane. You know, looping around. And going back through. So... Let's... You know what? I should have just went this way. And then, you know... Came across here, come down here, and then go, and then up across, down and over this way. We're gonna have to do that because there's no way I'm going all the way through this. That is way too much driving for no reason. way too much driving for no reason. So let's see if we can back down this hill. We're gonna go this way. I mean, we're in a good spot for a turnaround. I mean, if you're gonna make your mind up, here's the place to do it. I thought about going through the port, but then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm already clear on this side, and I think it would be a shorter distance and easier to go through this way. Now, I could be wrong. I'm rolling dice here, people, so you can't hold it against me. I'm just trying to save time. So you can't fault me on it. Yeah, see? Any way you would have took this, look, right here, you would have rolled. You would have rolled in any of them trucks if you didn't have a big wheelbase one. Yeah, this is a heavy, heavy load. But this old little workhorse is getting her done. She's keeping it at a steady snail pace, but it's steady. I mean, it's working. Look at the boulders or the size of the tires. This thing's driving over it. It's like, we're gonna go. We're gonna make it. And then a magical with that rock was magically hidden underneath. And pops out of nowhere. You see what I'm saying? About the random shit that happens in this game? That rock wasn't there before, but it magically showed up to get in the way. It just popped in. You seen it. It wasn't there, and then pop, right there. There it was. The game sets you up for failure. This is where it's gonna get really fucking sketch. Because of these little rocks. The tires are gonna slip. Yeah, see? Rocks are popping up. You'll see them. You'll see them just magically pop up out of nowhere. And you're like, where the hell did the rock come from? You're like, exactly. Where the hell did the rock come from? See, you wouldn't have made that. You would not have made that with any other truck. It would have rolled. It would have rolled. Just like right here. It would have rolled right here. Because this thing slants and you got the rock right there. It would have rolled you. And you would have been assholes and elbows, dude. Remember what I said about this trailer? There it is, my man. There's the fucking proof. Like I said, the game sets you up for failure. Look at this shit. It sets you up for failure, dude. And there's no fucking way I'm driving across that because I know I've fallen through it like 10 times trying to drive straight across that. Wow, really? You're gonna do me like that, huh? Well, as Tom Petty said, don't do me like that. How am I not getting the torque? This is a pure torque truck. Wow, this shit is glitching out. No, I believe I'll leave it in this gear and you will actually maintain this. And I'm not taking it out of low range. Fuck you, this is stupid. It's literally... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you see this shit right here? You tell me how you're getting through this with a truck that's top heavy, leaning right. Yeah, you're not. This truck can barely get through it. And it's got the greatest center of gravity of most of the trucks in this game. Yeah, right. Now remember, I told you it was going to take 45 minutes to get these logs, then another 25 minutes to process the log, you know what I mean? To get the logs from processing back to the place we were at. So, I mean, this is of no surprise. I gave you an accurate timeline. When you do a mission like this solo, you're doing a mission like this solo. You're gonna burn clock, dude. It's happening. No matter how you like it or not, this is what you gotta do. I've gotta drive all the way through this shit, try to get through this spot that's a turd, try to get through this spot that'll roll ya, this spot that'll roll ya, this spot that'll roll ya and dump you into a crevice, and then make your way, and then another last one, and then you can hit freeway. I told you, 45 minutes, no matter how you cut it, is how it's gonna take. It don't fucking matter. It's just the way it is. Now the good thing is I should be able to drive high range through this, because I've came through here in this truck in high range with minimal issue before, but I am hauling logs now, so it might, you know, give me more drama. I don't know. Each load affects your truck differently. And it seems to be in this one going 2 low and 3 low is the deal with this trailer. Okay, I need to go left. See, like I said, sometimes you can high range. It just depends on the situation, man. And then here's a roll point. See what I mean? And even in this truck, it's a goddamn sketch. You ain't making it through this with those trucks. You're just not gonna do it. And we haven't rolled yet, so we're on a bonus. I mean, we're not through this yet, but I mean, it's it can potentially happen. Because, like I said, this is a hard leaning right. Now, we came in this way. This is the way we came in. Is on this same trail, just further down. Like, further down that way. Like, right over that way was where we came out. This is the same trail, just further up. Okay, well, who's in there banging shit? Oh, the tires were hanging off. The tires were hanging off. Oh, we got through that barely. We have 2 more of these to go over. With a crappy trailer. Like I said, dude. That's why I chose something with wide tires. Can I get to the other side of this to fuel up, please? And not in a mud hole. Oh, fucking course not. Fucking eat a dick, game. If we could actually make it to fucking road would be great. Now, do you see that dumb shit? We barely went up, like, and it used up 40 liters of fuel. It's like, come the fuck on. Ain't nothing using up 40 liters of fuel unless it's the size of St. Louis. Nothing's using 40 liters of fuel in a mile. Nothing. Now we're gonna run out of gas about halfway up this hill. Because this thing hemorrhages a liter of fucking gas every second, evidently. And this thing is full of shit when it says it uses 15 liters a minute. It does not use, it uses 40 liters a minute. 40 fucking liters a minute. This thing is full of shit because I just timed it. Fuck it. Don't care. This is why. And now you know why I have that. Because the game's telling you one thing and it's saying it uses roughly 12 liters in a minute. It's like, no, it don't. It uses 40 liters in a minute. Where the fuck? I was about to say, where the fuck is this gate, dude? We should already be there. "45 minutes to make 2 things to drive another 45 minutes. We've spent over 3 hours on this mission. Over 3 hours. 3 hours just doing this last part of this mission. The first part of the mission went quick. We've been working 3 hours on making fucking the last 2 ingredients. Now, I don't know about you all, but I think that's just a little, it's a little fucking insane. But this is all road where we're going to be driving to, so this will take probably 10 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes to drive there. And it ain't off-road, it's on-road. It's over there on the other side of the hill. You can see the factory right there on the other side of the hill. But you got to drive a giant horseshoe through a bunch of this bullshit to get to a bridge to do it. Now there's a yellow square there that was never there before. Oh, wrong truck. What the hell one is it? Is it the Kenworth? Now one should make 2 of those. If it don't, I'm gonna weep. And I mean it. I am just gonna be like, this sucks. Well, fuck it. Might as well craft 3. Now, if we go that way, I think the only issue that we might run into is coming back out. We'd be coming here, we could come around, take the main road, and keep cruising. But like I said, you're going all the way around the map to come back to here. And that's all main road. But the problem that I'm trying to address is this is the problem. I think we're going to try it anyway to save fuel. Because I don't think this has a refuel in her. See, now this one I could have hauled logs in, and it had a lower center of gravity, but not trustworthy enough for this guy. This one might have hauled the mediums easier. I think you could put a medium log trailer on this one along with the loader. If you take these tunnels, you don't have to pay. That's why I'm trying to take tunnel. Because if we went the other way, I would have had to pay another $750. And like I said, I'm not going to pay $7,000 in ferry rides. It's just not going to happen. The payout they're giving you isn't worth the money you're spending out. I'm getting damage off of nothing. See, I had to full send it. If I wouldn't have, that would not have made it. Man, this thing is beat to shit. Do I have a repair for this? Cool. Because this thing is taking a beating. At least we're coming up on a refuel. That's good. Nope, gonna go slow, because I already know it's just gonna start banging up the tranny and everything I just repaired. I got some bricks and some steel out by the road in case another project calls for it. Them turbos going. And finally, one bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 hours to do one bridge. This is where I've been to do on this level. And let's take a look, see at now what we've opened to make our life easier. Okay, so now we can actually get to port a lot quicker to get our ingredients here, which I believe is cement and a few other cool things. So let's look and see. Drilling spare parts, consumables. We're gonna need those for another mission. There's a mission where I gotta deliver 3 of them around the entire map. Oh yeah, it's already on it right now. It's called government support. So the cool thing about opening that bridge is now we've got our Zeeks here with that 3 slot, and we can go hit that, and we'll start that mission tomorrow. So let's go load up the Zeeks. We'll park this out of the way, you know, the way I always do. And now we don't ever have to go this way, I'm hoping, ever again. And I mean that in the most sincere and loving way. I don't ever want to see this part of the map ever again. Boy, this trailer just doesn't want to turn. It's like, no, I'm not going up this hill. And yes, you are. You're going up that hill. You're going up that hill. Now, is this my good trailer? This is my good trailer. Yes. Okay, let's get this all. Get this ready for tomorrow. Like we've hit the gas station. First time, first cherry run across the bridge with the Zeeks with its beacons on. Yeah. Nice. Let's see if this gets damaged driving over this. Not an ounce. And now you know why I like my little work mode. It's my little workhorse. It's my little buddy. Just, you know what I mean? It's an all-around good truck. And it goes very fast. This goes faster than the Kenny. Goes faster than the Kenny, but doesn't take all the damage. And we're set up for tomorrow morning's first stream. The government. Well, this is the One True Driver Live. Thanking you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, get your peoples in, getting them, putting them thumbs up so we can get numbers to 400 and we can get on with our lives and keep getting in there and try to get this man paid for doing what he does. Showing you guys the most horrible games in the most unrealistic ways. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just having fun with it. Anyways, peace and chicken grease. I'm out. Thanks for watching.